It is my pleasure to be joined by Coach Hayley Ross, head cross-country coach for Strasburg High School. And Coach Ross, first of all, congratulations. First time ever boys team Strasburg High School qualifies for state.
Yeah, we're super excited. This is a pretty special group of athletes and boys, and it's been their goal all season. So the fact that they accomplished it makes it even sweeter.
And you had a smaller girls team, and we'll talk about them first. Overall, pretty young. Lorelei LaFleur's junior, I believe, and then you had two freshmen, Megan Lay and Layla Christofferson. What do you think about the improvement you saw from them over the course of the year?
I think their improvement was just tremendous, especially considering, like Lorelei, for example, last year came to us as a new student, and she was running low 30s, and it was a struggle to get her to want to even finish. She would really just spend most of the meet talking to other people, kind of towards the back of the course. And then this year she was running eventually in the mid-20s and was quite the leader. She stepped up for us and led stretches and led workouts and warm-ups, and her times improved almost every single meet. And then Layla Christofferson, she came to us and started late in the season because we had that construction delay and she was out of town. So her goal was just to run a 5K, and she ended up competing in 4 different meets, and each time she improved her time as well. And then Megan Lay is just kind of a natural runner. She's one of those weird kids who likes running. So we really love that about her, and she's always just ready to go out there and get it. And in fact, she PR'd towards the end of the season a couple of different times. So our girls have improved a lot. We just want to make sure next year we actually have a scoring team for them.
Yeah. And your boys, obviously a fantastic season. We'll start, you had senior Connor Harris. How was he as a leader through the course of the year?
Yeah, so Connor has run for us for 4 years, which is pretty special. We don't always get that with our runners. And as a leader, he had to adapt to some new coaching techniques and culture changes that Coach James and I made. And I thought he handled those with a lot of grace. And I think he's definitely a senior who believes freshmen should behave as freshmen and take their place. But he also, I think, acknowledged and appreciates how talented our freshmen are, too.
And then you had a couple juniors, Rodrigo, exchange student from Spain, and you had Peyton Wallace, who, as it turned out, nobody knew, ran on a broken foot, in effect. But they, over the course of the year, provided a lot of great work for you.
Yeah, definitely. Rodrigo was a very nice surprise. He actually qualified as one of our 6 runners for state, which was awesome. And he came to us as an exchange student who had never run before. He's a swimmer, pretty gifted swimmer and soccer player, but soccer just didn't work out with his schedule, so cross country was the next best thing. And he jumped in, never having ran more than a couple miles at a time, and just embraced it, never complained, great attitude. And then Peyton, of course, is Peyton. He's an awesome kid from any perspective. And all season he was telling us, my foot, my ankle hurts, but not really complaining. Just we'd ask, and he'd say, yeah, it kind of hurts today. And then finally we got him into the doctor, and stress fracture. So which is a bummer, because we would have loved to have him compete this weekend.
Yeah.
So.
And then you have, I think, your lone sophomore, Daniel Handy, who's from a long line of Handy runners.
Yes.
So he's one of your qualifiers for state.
He is. And Daniel is just a naturally gifted athlete. And the handies, I don't know what we're going to do when we run out of handies on the cross-country team. It's going to be a sad day in our cross-country history.
Maybe the next generation of handies.
Yeah, yes, hopefully by then, yeah. Yeah, and Daniel has had to kind of step up and act like an upperclassman as a sophomore, which he's done a great job of as well.
And then you have a slew of freshmen, DeWeet James, Israel James, Will Hauser, Gideon Milner, who am I forgetting?
Jeremiah Red.
Jeremiah Red, who also qualified for state as well.
Yes.
And just a great group of young men.
Yeah. I mean, our freshman class really surprised us. First of all, in numbers, just the fact that many of them wanted to run, but also their talent. DeWeet and Israel are, of course, just incredibly impressive runners, but then our other freshmen in their own right are as well. So they're running times that really give us a lot of hope and promise for a good boys team for the next 3 years. So.
Yeah, and it looks like you and Coach Mike James turned out to be a great pairing because that's you never really had even met until last spring. What has he brought to cross country for you?
Mike is an awesome asset. I mean, he has made tons of changes to our cross country program because he has so much coaching experience in cross country. And I mean, had only been an assistant coach and then ran, of course, in high school. And so he brought tons of fresh insight and experience and kind of data proven techniques to us that have made all the difference, I think. So without him, I don't think we would be where we are, which is great.
And you're in a special situation. We actually have a special assistant coach just in case there is a young person coming into the Ross family. Kim Harris has been a great help.
Yes, yeah. So Kim's been, I mean, our team parent, of course, doing all the things. In fact, she's making state t-shirts today. But whenever I've had a doctor's appointment or we just need a coach to step up, she's been there, which has been great and good peace of mind for me going through pregnancy, the end of pregnancy at the end of our season.
Yeah, so we're looking, we've got Saturday, October the 29th. I think it's at 12:20.
Yes,
Is that when the boys run?
Yeah.
And first time we've had a team since a young Hayley Buckman was on the girls team that qualified under Dave Spiller, who started the program at cross country. So just wanted to wish you best of luck.
Thank you. Yeah, we're excited.